Surviving the aftermath. Now, in this session, we want to do quite a lot of things, especially the electricity. We are still not having any, and we do need it for lots of things. What I can also see is that there is a group of survivors at the gate. Yeah, kind of, I don't know. I don't see anything here. Otherwise, I think they're going away again. No idea why that's the case. Now, what we need to do first is having a look at our specialists there once again. So we do have here our Entwurf, so blueprint guy. And, oh, I was not attacking, was I? I think we do have, yep, the components. Let's get back home here to Sleepy Hollow. We do need those components. It's lots of components. We can really start with a big energy production there. And Sang over here, I think, no, we're definitely not attacking that camp there. I think with Sang we can, it's safe to say we can go down here. Right, what we need electricity for is not only for some industry buildings and stuff like that, but most importantly for our garage here. With the electricity we can then finally repair this one here, or well, repair the vehicle here, and then we have a car, and with the car we can then travel much further on the map. Now here what we can also see is we're still getting some crops and some corn here, potatoes. Those things are nice, but they're not very fulfilling, you know. So potatoes, eating potatoes with corn probably is not something everyone's dreaming about. So what we also do is we're going to focus our tech tree here a bit more towards the food production, something like that. I still cannot get rid of that message up here. No idea why that's the case. Anyway, hopefully we get some new survivors there again. We are also getting survivors now with adults or with children growing up. So in those chants here, people reproduce much more often and stuff like that. So that's something. Also, when I look at my resources, we do have lots of resources available. So what I want to do here is having this memorial. This boosts the happiness. And I think this is a good spot here because we do have the space there anyway, right? And we could just have it here. Something, yeah, here in the middle, having a little memorial here for my people, for all those that suffer in this catastrophe. And they are already producing it or building it. That's very important. Now, let's have a look. And Entwurf, oh, he's really close to Sleepy Hollow now. On his way. And Sang, yeah, we can now scout this area. Oh no, once again, we have Wolfgang's lair. How is it? Yeah, we could do them quite a lot of damage there, but I don't know if it's worth it, you know. Usually it's worth it though. But I don't want to hurt my scout so early. He doesn't even have anything yet. So there's the memorial coming up now. All the materials are here. We really do have lots of building materials. Concrete is missing a bit. And survivors are leaving the gate. Yes, there was no one here. So that's a bit strange there. That's definitely a bug, but they're gone now. And what I can also see is, whoops, in the medical tent, it's full. So we do have two treatments there. Can I, if I add one more? No, we cannot house more people because of that. So it's really just that. And there's the memorial. That's a cool building. So people can pay their respect. It's open, and this will then increase the happiness of my colonists there. Don't forget, the higher the happiness, the more productive they are, and the more likely it is for them to reproduce. That is something that is quite useful. Now here, the memorial is looking a bit empty there for now. Let's see, we could have some red flowers around it, right? They don't cost anything, so let's have... Oh, pandemic. The first signs of a pandemic are upon us. That is fitting. At first, it's just a cough, but then the fever picks up. Okay. People start dropping like flies, and the colony grinds to a halt. Now, it's a question of how quick you react. Several staffed medical facilities can nullify it almost completely, but if left unchecked, it spreads like wildfire. And the pandemic comes in waves, infecting colonists. I think this is also new. This is definitely new from the update. Untreated colonists will eventually die, and build enough medical facilities to treat the infected. Alrighty, so let's finish the rose bushes here. In front of the, or around the memorial that we have. And the pandemic actually strikes in one day. Now, we already have one medical tent. We definitely will need a second one. And I also can continue researching. We've just researched something. I think was with the production junk recycling, right? So we do have the mechanic shop now that turns junk into mechanical parts. That's also really useful since we do need that. Otherwise we find these parts only on the map. Now we can finally produce them. Now let's have a look. There was something with colony, skinning, basic farming. There was something where I could have a better medical tent, right? There it is, medical training. Healing speed is increased by 15%. That's something we're definitely going to do now while the pandemic is coming, and we do have one medical tent there, so I'm inclined to go with a second and perhaps even a third one. Whoops. So there we have another one, and let's have a third one. Right, so we have 3 medical tents here, and we do need to build them quickly. Also, this one here is already full before the pandemic actually hits us, so that's really, really bad. Alright, so we have close to a few hours before the pandemic hits. And medical tents are not being built. What's the case here? We only have 3 carriers, that's the case. So we should probably have something like tool shop. Perhaps we should remove, the trapper here. Let's get rid of 1 trapper. And let's also get rid of 1 scrapper. We really have enough metals, and we'll need those people to build the tents and then also to be medical staff for us, to work as medical staff. That's much more important. And my scout is ready, both of them. So let's scout this area there. Oh, that's some clothing. We don't need that really. And he has arrived now at Sleepy Hollow. Very good. So now we got components. 36 of that. And more people are getting sick here right now. That's not good. But the medical tent is coming up now. Both of them. That's important. Medical pandemic hits now any second. Sun is coming up on not such a good day. We do have some rose bushes here now. Doesn't look so bad, but we're definitely going to diversify more ornaments here then at some point. Oh, he's replenishing quite quickly though. Let's attack this scout camp here. Alright, there was some oh no, that wasn't much damage. I don't know. I'm starting to not trust those signs there. Alright, we do have a second and a third medical tent now coming up too. Hopefully that's enough. Very good. Can we have another one here and another one here? Yes, we have now 3 fully staffed medical tents with the upgrade. So hopefully that is enough. Weatherproof seams, repair cost for the tents. No, not something that I will need. Is there something else that we could go for? Quality capacitors? No. Skinning. Yes, let's go for skinning. While we can still do it. We definitely do need more science points though. So there is Enwurf. He's relaxing here now at the memorial. Pandemic still hasn't hit us yet. Food-wise, it's fine. And yes, we can now go for electricity. Let's do that. Let's have the wind turbine. And let's have 2 of them. 2 wind turbines. Just a question of where we should have them. So I think it's a good point to have them down here somewhere beside the fields. Yes. Let's build 2 wind turbines here. And let's also have a path. We could now go for... Oh, paved road doesn't even cost anything. And there we have another path now. And the wind turbines are coming up. Very good. We have everything. Even though parts is a bit low there. And there's the pandemic. Alright, so people are starting to get sick now. At the moment, my medical tents are empty. And my specialist is ready again. Let's strike once more. Oh, that can't be right. He's barely doing any damage there, so we're going to leave it for now. I'm not attacking any further. I certainly don't want to lose my scout there. No sick ones yet. The contagion is spreading now. Antibiotics, we do have them, right? Yeah, we do have a few of them. And we should also build saunas. I don't have that yet. What we can do though is we could start trading. We do have some money there. Someone might be selling us some antibiotics. Nope, no one is. I don't know what's happening right now. I think all of them are right now fear of death. That is decreasing the happiness there quite a bit. I think everyone's now infecting, something like that, you know. So it takes a bit of time before the first sick arrive. Dangers of knowledge. A colonist brings you a strange looking device, which he says was found in an abandoned car nearby. You take a look at it and realize it's a radio transmitter. Some fidgeting reveals that it's still transmitting information to its place of origin, which you now have the coordinates for. The question is, dare you venture forth? Let's do it. You decide to send a party to investigate. They find an abandoned research facility hidden deep beneath the woods. The place has been contaminated with radioactivity and most of the research materials have been sealed in secure containers. The party only manages to gather a few things before they have to leave. As they return, they ask you if the contaminated research materials should be investigated further or left alone. The colonists open the sealed containers and go through the materials as carefully as possible. It seems that the facility was researching the irradiated zones. Most of the gathered data looks useful but not very interesting, except for one photo, that of an unusually massive deer with sprawling antennas and pitch black skin that's seemingly unaffected by radiation. The same cannot be said for the colonists though. Some are already showing signs of radiation sickness. And 2 colonists get the radiation sickness and we get 264 science points. Very good. We can treat them. We do have the people for that right now. So that's something. Colonist Stella is irradiated. Are we building? Yeah, very good. And there's the wind turbine also coming up now. So everyone's still feeling fine so far. No sickness as far as I can see, but I think that's the tricky part of a pandemic. Now we get the first infected, look at that. Now the first infected and they're rushing towards the medical tent there. We only have, oh, we don't have any antibiotics anymore, but it's only speeding up the treatment, you know. So right now my medical tent still can hold some people there. Hopefully that's enough. And also my specialists are ready again. Let's go down here. Oh, some planks. We do have enough planks. How far am I away from Sleepy Hollow? We should go over here now then. Right. Okay, so far so good. We have only one that is infected right now. Yep, the other ones have been treated. We still have medicine. And the wind turbine is being continued building. I think we will also need a battery rack. This one here. This is storing 2000 energy. 2 colonists are once again infected. Let's have the battery. Yeah, let's have it far outside here. There's my battery. Okay, wind turbine is finished and 2 colonists are infected so far. No problem for our medical tents. We can treat them. And finally we do have the wind turbine producing 14 energy. The second wind turbine is coming up and the battery rack, we already have all the materials over here, so we can also do that. And now we can finally start repairing our vehicle here. So we do need someone. Yeah, and Wolf can work on it. A specialist needs to actually work there, I think. And he's now repairing. Repairing is in process. He's doing that and that's his car then. That's very good because he's also very good for finding research points and that. Okay. Now, 4 colonists are affected, a bit more. Right, I only have 1 spot left. Let's get over here. From scouting. And Wolf is now repairing the car, a bit far away though from the car. I don't know what he's doing. No idea what they're doing there though. Finding rats or something. Yeah, those are rats. I hope we don't have the plague here. Now 3 colonists are infected. My medical tents, I've got 2 spots left. And then I can't treat people anymore. I'm also using most of my workforce now in the medical tents. 6 colonists are infected, oh goodness. Do I need another medical tent? Now my medical tents are full. I still have some medicine though. But treatment is not so quick. I hope that's still fine here. 4 colonists. And someone's at the gate. The apothecary, an older woman with streaks of white and pink in her hair. She's got neither of it. Approaches you with small glass vials clinking against each other in rhythm. The once white lab coat is now worn and torn, but she carries herself with a sense of dignity. I was told I'd find a colony in need of medicine around these parts. That must be you then. I'm called the apothecary. Can I be of service? Oh, she would have antibiotics, but she would also have research points. What's more important? I don't know how long the pandemic goes, so we're going to take the... No, let's take the science points. I'm pretty confident that we can do this. We don't need the antibiotics there. We can actually continue researching now. And I wanted to go with the food this time. We do have the soil studies. That's pretty good for the fields, but let's leave it for now. Let's go for the large larder because I want to go for the cookhouse. The cookhouse then produces food out of the potatoes and the corn that we are making better food out of it. More healthy food. And that's important. The second wind turbine is still being constructed and there we have the car. The car is now ready. We have repaired it. So my Entwurf can now be on the team. Right, so Entwurf is on the team and we can now continue scouting with that. Actually, there's some antibiotics over here. But I'm inclined to go this direction. And there he is driving now. A bit further, not that much. Perhaps we can upgrade the cars then a bit more. Right, and the other specialist is also ready again to do something down here. Yes, very good. A nuclear power plant. The thing with that though is 67% chance of danger. I'm still going to risk it though. Research points are so important. 5 colonists are infected. It's just a few here. I think we can manage so far. Oh, and he's ready already. Let's get over here. And I think we then need to go outside and then we can, yeah. Can I drive around with that without any specialist in it? Nope, I can't. Right. The next wind turbine is constructed, so there we have both of them, and we have now a surplus of 24 energy. So that means the battery rack is important to store some of that energy there too. And what I can see is that, is the pandemic over? I think it's over. I think those are the last people that we're treating right now. So I can actually make this one here idle, that medical tent, and we can use those guys on something else. Like for example, do we have something that actually costs us energy? We can go back to, let's see, let's also increase the radius there. Thanks for the advice. And lumberyard is full. The scrapper, metal. Yeah, I do would like to get some concrete. We don't have that much concrete. That's over here. And we do need the carriers for that. Also, next research is finished. The large ladder. And now we can go for communal eating. More centralized solutions to feed and a growing number of hungry mouths. Warm meals keep hunger away and put a smile on everyone's face. And the cookhouse creates and distributes nutritious meals prepared from raw food ingredients. Let's research that. If we demolish the medical tent, do I get some resources back? I don't think so. Only 2 colonists are infected, and then that's over. We also have some people here again. Let's see. Oh, more components from a crashed airplane. Over here. And he can try it now. Let's see. Oh no, he lost health there. For 300 science points. But we can try it once more. And then he has to return. Perhaps we get a car somewhere. I think there was a car somewhere lying around. Not too far away. That's a helicopter. Nope. I don't see a car though. There is one. Right, abandoned station. So, yeah, we could then return to the car there and drive home. I don't even think that we used any fuel. I think we had 20 fuel before that. Doesn't matter. Medical tent, right, very good. And the second one is also idling now, so let's put it to empty. So 2 are now empty. I think we can get rid of this one here. Let's demolish it. And then we can use those guys again on the trapper. I think the fields have enough people there. Yep, but for the cookhouse we'll need then something. I think we don't have any other buildings so far. Oh, mechanic shop, right. Produces parts out of the waste that we have. So mechanic shop is actually useful. 12 energy. Let's build it. That's a huge building. Then we build it in our industry area here. And up here then I want to have the cookhouse. And I think the scrapper will also need to remove or relocate. Something that we can't do at the moment. Or we keep it for now. Can I have the shanty here? Barely. Nope, not fitting in here. An abandoned property. One of the colonists rushes towards you. He says that someone spotted an abandoned wagon not too far from here. It's covered with a tarp, so they couldn't tell what's inside. There are footprints around it, but no one could tell where they lead. The colonists want to go search the wagon in case there's something valuable in it. Yeah, 2 tools, we can afford that. And a small group of colonists ventures out. It doesn't take much time for them to return. They found plenty of supplies. 7 tools and 12 plastic. That was a nice trade. I love these smaller events. I think they also increase the atmosphere there a bit. Production, was it on production? No, it was on colony. Yeah, right, the hazmat engineer, we also have to research that. Because with that, we can then finally get rid of the nuclear waste here. That we have there. Oh, he took damage once again, so I will definitely leave the nuclear plant now. Otherwise, he would die next time. And there we have more components. Oh, he also lost some health there. But it's fine to get a bit of components there. And they're so important.